And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both... defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Looking to throw on third. Hauls it in. Gets away from one, finds room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Off the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the red zone, looking for a man. They're working that left side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he's going to bring it out. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. So the Auburn Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the top.
Open field on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets him to the 45. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. They'll throw it again from their own end zone. Caught over the middle. It's good. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
What an enormous play, the 99-yard touchdown pass. But Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going up. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you can hit pay dirt, and they just did right there, going 99 yards to the crib.
To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire! And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes a connection. Flying down the left side. At the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Power football with the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. Pressure coming. He's got him. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Rebels are on the move. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Reads it, fires complete.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Blasted as he lets it go. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll pull it down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Makes a stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's good. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that in.
And the defense got him at the 27.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get out.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hit as he throws. Working that left side. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got his man on the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Unloads quickly. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 1st and 10 for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. They'll move the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. Gonna look downfield again. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Keeps looking downfield. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Looking to the big tight end. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan Hare.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Auburn offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll do it himself. Got a little space. Keeps it and gets the first down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's good.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snap.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Tigers with the 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. With the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn! The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got a good one going here, all tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Makes the grab. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll try to do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Rebels are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, ooh, if you get up now, you dang sure are going to feel it later.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They take the lead with the 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got...
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David, if they can add to it on
definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Makes the grab close to the logo. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Auburn offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Going to swing it on second down. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn lines up quickly. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Got a lot of room to the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He'll off one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Makes the quick grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to pass on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
It is hard to continue to get up, like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They continue to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on third. Finds his man open. Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown Auburn. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it back, looking for help. And the returner is stopped. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense, or at least prevent a score here late in the fourth. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it for a big play. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think a lot of people were curious what the strategy would be tied this late in the game with this field position. Do you play it safe? Do you play it for OT? I think you just got the answer right there. This coaching staff believes in this quarterback to make the throws to put their offense in position to win this game late.
Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. Got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for an open area to his left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And after that incompletion as a play caller, you need to go back to the well. You can't be afraid to call what has already worked well in this game for you. You've got a tie game. You've had a lot of success, whether it's been running or whether it's been throwing. Think about the playmakers that have stepped up in this game, and don't be afraid to double back and call something that had success earlier in the game.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Takes it the other way.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close. Tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Time out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Rebels will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Now, there's still some ground to cover here, David, if they're going to try to get in position to win this game in regulation.
Yeah, and you practice this every week. This is the moment in practice, the 2-minute drill. Get as much as you can. Rush the field goal unit on. Jesse.
He's taking the shot. He's got it down the right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Emmanuel. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The line of scrimmage is to 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. From 42 yards out, absolutely smoked it. That's the ball game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the play a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones